Robert Kiyosaki filed for bankruptcy. Yeah, let that one hit you. When I first found out about this, I thought, wait. So this whole time, I've been reading advice from a guy who went broke, and for a second, I felt stupid, like I've been lied to. But then I dug deeper. And what I found changed everything. See, most people heard Kiyosaki went bankrupt and they celebrated. They were like, see, I knew it. These money gurus are all frauds. But, they missed the entire point. They used the entire point. Here is what actually happened. Here's what actually happened. In 2012, one of his companies lost a lawsuit. The company filed for bankruptcy. $20 million gone. But here is the thing. Robert Kiyosaki himself, he is still rich and his personal wealth is untouched. You know why? Because he did exactly what he teaches in his book. He uses corporations like LLCs, he separated his personal assets from his business risk. The company took the hit and he walked away fine. That is literally the chapter 4 of the Rich Dad Poor Dad. The rich don't work for money, but they protect what they have. While everyone was laughing at him for going bankrupt, he was proving his own point. Yeah, he was proving his own point. This is how rich people operate. They take a risk. Yeah, sometimes they lose, but they never lose everything. They never lose everything because they understand how the game actually works. While poor people, one bad business decision destroys their entire life because they don't know how to protect themselves. They don't know. And that is why I respect him more after finding this out. Not less. He is not sitting on some mountain pretending he never felt. He's not selling you a fantasy. He is telling you, look, I've lost money. I have failed businesses. I have made mistakes. But here is what I learned. And here is how I survived. Most gurus will never admit they failed. They will never admit they failed. They will Photoshop Lambos, Ferraris, and pretend everything is perfect. But for Robert, he literally wrote a book saying the system is rigged against you. Here is how it works. Now go and figure it out. He always preaches the raw truth about asset versus liability, about how employees get trapped, about how the rich think different. And yes, people hate him. They call him a scammer. They say he is just trying to sell stuff. Maybe I don't know the guy personally, but I know this for sure. That one book shifted how I see money completely. Before I read it, I was thinking like everyone else. Like, how do I get a better job? How do I climb the ladder? But after I read it, I started asking different questions. How do I build assets? How do I make money while I sleep? How do I protect myself when things go wrong? And that shift from employee thinking to owner thinking does everything. So no, I don't worship Robert Kiyosaki. I don't agree with everything he says, but I took what makes sense and I applied it, and it's changing my life. I will break down the actual lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and that's what I'm using right now in my journey. But today, I just needed you to understand something. The people criticizing him for going bankrupt, they are the same people still trading hours for dollars, still trapped, still waiting for someone to save them. But the people learning from him, they are building something that lasts.